So you want to get into watch collecting, but you're not sure which way to go or where to go. This was the problem I had years ago when I first started watch collecting. I had started with fossil watches, which was nothing to scoff at. It's a cool place to start. When you're in high school, you're on a budget. But now I'm making a little bit more money. I have a little bit a little bit higher budget, and I've done a lot of research and that's one thing that's really fun about the hobby is the constant research. Like you get down, it's a definite rabbit hole. So if you're thinking about starting and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on the hobby, I suggest you run away right now. Just run away. Uh, okay, still got you here. Okay, good. But yeah, that's just a little forewarning, guys. I can't. I don't even want to fathom about how much I've spent in the last 5-6 years since I've gotten really serious in the hobby. Quick wristwatch check, by the way. I am indeed wearing the Zim 104, which is a great watch. One of the things I want to talk about is budget. When you first get in, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a watch, which I understand that. You want to test the waters, so to speak. I've compiled a list of about 5 different watches I feel like are some of the best watches, some of the best bang for buck watches that you can get in the hobby, have a lot of enjoyment out of, and they will last you for years. And if it's the only watch you ever wear, cool. If you go down that rabbit hole like myself and so many other collectors, then even better, because you get into more higher end tiers and everything like that. And like I said, there's one thing I do want to talk about is budget. There's a lot of people that go right into Rolex or go right into something really high end. I feel like it's just perfectly fine. Just go ahead and start slow. Like I said, learn the watches, learn what you're more comfortable spending money on. A couple years ago, I wouldn't have fathomed even spending $1,500 on a watch, let alone, $5-6 grand on the El Primero I got a year or so ago, or the Omega. But like I said, just do your research. Basically, find a budget that you're comfortable spending, and just go from there, guys. Look at channels like myself. Look at other channels. There's plenty of watch channels out there. You just got to be subjective about it. And take our opinions with a grain of salt. Do your research, gather your own opinions from what we say, because we're not all watch gurus. We're all enthusiasts just like yourself, and we're constantly. I know I'm constantly always learning, guys. I learn something new every single day. The guy that tells you that he knows everything is full of shit. I said, take what we all say with a grain of salt. This is just meant as like a platform to show you guys the watches in our opinion. Everybody has different opinions. Like I said, you got to find out whether you're a dive watch guy, or are you a palettes watch guy, are you a dress watch guy, are you a chronograph guy? You just got to find that out for yourself. You got to try on as many pieces as you can, guys. The first watch on the list, before I ramble on too long, the first watch on the list I feel like is a really good watch, and I'll put a picture of it up here. I'm not going to go with the Seiko SKX, because too many people go with the Seiko SKX. And the new Seiko 5 SKX is a good watch, but I feel like this watch actually has better value and bang for buck, especially when you're first getting the hobby. You're going to want all the materials and everything that come with it, and the hacking, hand winding, everything already, if you can. And like I said, it's the Islander watch. There are plenty of different variations. You can get these, of course, off of LongIslandWatch.com. And this is not a sponsored, but you can get this off of LongIslandWatch.com. I've dealt with Mark plenty of times before, ordered from him, and never had a problem with him. Always great customer service. He emails you back, everything. But like I said, the Islander watch I feel like is a really good bang for buck, especially for beginners. It has and it will fit a lot of wrists. It comes in it's the same exact Seiko SKX. It really is an SKX, but it's modded to. And again, I feel like it's perfect because you can find one to suit your taste. There's like an orange dial, there's a yellow dial, there's a lume dial, there's black dial, there's the 38mm version, there's the Pepsi version. You got all you gotta do is just go over to his website, check out, see what kind you like. If you like the 38mm, go for it. If you like the 42mm, go for it. And like I said, there's all kind of different options you can do. You can get all kind of different straps. You can get all kind of different NATOs, and you make the watch a different watch each day if you want. And I feel like at $300, the Islander watch is the perfect one of the perfect dive watches to start with, because the dive watch is really, really reliable. It's robust. You're just getting into watches. You don't want to buy something that you're going to be afraid to get a little bit of scratches on it or anything like that. like I said, I just can't recommend you. If you go back in my older reviews, I had a Islander watch in. And again, all these are watches that I've had experience with, and there are going to be some that will be an honorable mention that I may not have had experience with, but the 5 that I'm going to mention in this video, I've had experience with. Like I said, the Islander watch is just, I feel like, over the 5 KX, the new one, it's just for the price. Like I said, $300, you can't beat it. They also have an Islander new turtle if you're into bigger watches. And they have, there's Islander Palettes watches as well, so you can look those up. Like I said, longisland.com, go over, check those out. Mark's great to deal with. Can't recommend it enough, especially if you're just getting into the hobby. You have so many viable options there with the dial colors. You can change out the bezel, pretty much everything, guys. And he also has a modded SKX that he does too, where you mod your own watch, which is also pretty cool. Now, the next watch that I have in mind is, of course, the iconic, I hate to use the word iconic, but it is iconic, Hamilton, the khaki, and it doesn't really matter what version you go with. You can get the khaki king, or you can get the mechanical, the white dial. The mechanical comes in white dial, blue dial, I believe a blue dial, black dial, and an olive green dial, and they come in at about 38 millimeters. As I believe the khaki king. You can get the khaki king right now, I believe, on Amazon. Look it up, guys, but you can get them off of Amazon right now for, like, I believe right under $400, which is a lot of watch for the money. It comes with that Swiss movement, the ETA movement, which Swatch is part of. Hamilton is part of the Swatch group, so they do have that ETA movement, and you get a lot of watch for the money, guys, and that's one that will last years and years. And such a versatile watch, everyday watch. If it's your only watch, you can't really go wrong with that, guys. You can dress it up, dress it down, wear it casually. My only gripe on the watch is it's not really a huge water resistant watch, being a film watch, but that's no big deal. It'll suit most day-to-day tasks. If you want to go swim in the pool, or you go to the beach or something like that, guys, you can take it either, and you can't go wrong. Again, the Hamilton, there's so many other variations. Again, that's one you just got to do your research on. See which one you like, see which one you're comfortable with buying. And again, that's just a really cool, overall, great starter watch. You can't go wrong with that. Or, like I said, the Islander watch. And again, the SKX is a great watch. I'm not knocking it, but I just feel like the Islander watch has so many better options over it. And if I forgot to mention before, by the way, the Islander watch does have the sapphire crystal, and it does have the hacking hand winding, the NH movement, by the way, whereas the SKX or the Seiko 5 KX, I believe, doesn't. So that's one to think about. But the third watch I want to go with is the Vostok, and you can get the Vostoks usually on Amazon. Now, if you don't mind the weight, you can get the Vostok, the Scuba Dude, which is one I had. If you look back in my archives, I ended up selling that one off, but it's still a great watch. And if you like smaller watches, it's about 38 millimeter, and it is an in-house movement. Vostoks are really popular, especially among the modding community. You can learn how to mod it if you want to go down that rabbit hole, down that wormhole. You can definitely learn to mod it. You can definitely do. There's all kind of different variations of Vostok. And like I said, if you go Amazon, there are some Prime options where you can get 2-day delivery, but just the Vostok is one that you got to be patient with, guys. It's one that is, like I said, it's a great watch, especially for beginners. One that's you can get so many different variations. You can collect just Vostok if you want, and that's cool. There's a lot of people that do that. And again, like I said, the Vostok is just a great killer watch, especially for the price, guys. You usually pick them up right under $100, and it'll last a lifetime pretty much as well. You may have to get it serviced, but at that point, you may just want to get a new one, pick one up online. They made millions of these things. Robust, reliable dial watch, but definitely check those out. And then the fourth one is a Seiko. Of course, you can't do this list without doing a Seiko, but it is the Seiko 5 lineup. The SNK series is one of the best series, I believe, for under $100. There's the 809 I had experience with, and you just can't beat it. Turn around, you see that you see that in-house Seiko movement. And for a beginning watch collector, that's really cool. They don't have a lot of water resistant skin, but it's one you don't have to worry about getting wet, any of this. It's Seiko 5, the SNK series. They have the dress style watches, they have the palette style watches. You can generally get those for about under $100, right under $100, which is a lot of watch for the money. You get a lot of different straps. You can change them out, and they do fit most wrists, and even my big 7.5 inch wrist, they do fit really well, guys. Great killer watch. Like I said, the SNK series of the Seiko 5, you can't beat it for under $100. A lot of these watches, except for of course the Islander watch and the Hamilton, are right around or under $100, which is really great for somebody just getting into collecting and just starting a hobby. And it's definitely, but like I said, it's a rabbit hole you get down. You start with the Seiko or the Islander watch, something like that, and you go higher, higher, higher up. So just warn you guys. but but again, like I said, the Seikos, you can't go wrong with any of the Seikos. Just do your research on those. Again, that's one thing I'm going to keep having getting on you about is do your research. And like I said, that's the funnest part of the hobby is the actual research itself. You learn a lot, then you find out about other watches. Go on the forums, go on Watch You Seek, go on Facebook. By the way, I have a Facebook group. I'll leave a link down there below if you want to join it, guys. There's a a cool group of guys. They post a wide variety of watches. But the last watch on the top 5 list of best watches to buy, I'm going to throw in the Citizen Promaster. Now, this is a Quartz watch, guys, but you can generally get them right under $200 on Amazon. And I've bought it, sold it, bought it, sold it. I've had it about 2 or 3 different times. It is a solar watch. It has their legendary eco drive movement. So if it does stop working, guys, you just throw it by a window and don't make that beginner mistake. Just throw it on the window and let it charge, and it'll charge itself. It has a really, really good charge. So if you wear it all the time, you don't have to worry about it. And that's another one that will fit both wrists. And again, it is a Quartz watch. And Quartz watches are nothing to scoff at, guys. You may be getting in the hobby and just learning about quartz or learning about automatics. I personally prefer automatic over quartz, but I do like the venerability of the quartz. The grab and go watch, I feel like, is a really good watch, guys. Especially, like I said, you don't feel like changing the time. And you want a nice little watch you can wear. Again, the Citizen is a dive watch. You can wear it wherever. You can wear it in the pool, wear it in the ocean, and it has plenty of water resistance, and it is a really dependable, reliable watch, and it is one that will last you for years as well, especially for the money. You can't really beat starting out. It's really versatile. You can throw it on all kinds of different straps, even the rubber strap that comes on it, and dive strap. It's actually really, really reliable, guys. But that was my 5th watch. Like I said, the Citizen Promaster, you can't really beat it. And I believe they actually did come out recently with 2 new colorways as well. They have a green now, I believe. And they've always had the black dial and the blue dial. My favorite has been the blue dial. I've always gotten, that's the one I've always rebought. I'll probably end up buying another one at some point. And they're really good beater watches, even if you have higher end pieces. And again, like I said, the difference between the quartz and the automatic, that's just the watch snob thing. Stay away from the watch snob, the guys. They'll tell you, oh, only automatic, or oh, only Rolex, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about what they have to say. Just kind of throw it under the bus there. Not throw it under the bus, but just kind of ignore it. You know what I mean? Don't let them scoff. Don't let them veer you away from what you like. Or if you want a Quartz watch over an automatic, don't let them sway you that way. But some honorable mentions, guys. If you like micro brands are another one of those things you have to do research on. As watch idiot savants, we're really, really picky, guys. So if they make the grade, we're going to tell you, and we're going to tell you whether, if they're what we don't like about a brand, what we do like. Honorable mention is Boulder watches. It's BOLDR. I'll pop one on the screen, guys. I have a couple. I have the Expedition, the Eiger, and I also have the Venture. The Venture is another really killer piece, and it actually is a little bit cheaper than the Hamilton, the Khaki King, or the mechanical. You can actually pick up a Venture, I believe, like $300, and it comes with an automatic movement, guys. So really killer for the price, and it does have that aesthetic of the Hamilton. And I know the owner, Leon, of Boulder, he's one of the owners. Him and I chat all the time. Pretty cool. They're watch enthusiasts. So Boulder is another route to go. If you want to spend a little bit less money than the Hamilton, and you don't really care about name brand, just research your micro brands. They're really great. Zelos is another one. As you know, I had the Swordfish. His watches usually sell out really quick, so you might be able to pick one up on the secondary market somewhere, or you may be able to just wait until he runs on the next batch. But Zelos is generally around $300, $400 tops. But they're finishing on their watches, guys. The finishing on the dials are really, really killer, especially for that $300-$400 that you pay. It's almost like $1,000 watch when you get one their watches in. Most of them run the Seiko NH movement, which any watchmaker can service. Any watchmaker with its grain of salt can service that. If you do want to service it, that's cool. And again, like I said, these are actually two that I have experience with as well. The third one I don't have much experience with, and the fourth one is Traska. They do a lot of watch for the money, it seems like. Traska Cemetery. I do eventually want to get one of those in, guys. And then the last but not least on the honorable mentions is also the last one I do want to mention is the Notice. Notice has a lot of watch for the money. They're usually about the $400 or $500 range, and they're kind of along the lines of a Seiko SKX, kind of modded, kind of like what Mark does, but a little bit on the higher end side of it. So that's another one I definitely want to get experience with, guys. And those are micro brands. And again, another watch is also G-Shock. You have G-Shocks from $50, which is the DW 5600, and that gets an honorable mention. I still have one of those in the collection. Any of the G-Shock squares, guys, you can get any of those. G-Shock square, I have the all metal, the $400 or $500 one, and you may think that might be a lot of money to spend on a watch, but that's just shows you the price range, and there's even higher price range. Just like I do the titanium camo one goes for like $1,200. You can collect just G-Shocks. That's the thing about watch collecting, guys. Sorry this video is a little bit longer than usual, but it just goes to show you that watch collecting is a rabbit hole, and you just do your research and everything. Don't just go out willy-nilly and buy a watch just because somebody says, oh, A, B, C, this brand is better than that brand. Do your own research. Like I said, YouTube is a really good platform. You can go see what the watch looks like on the wrist. Just like with the Z1-4, you can see what it looks like on the wrist, and you can see our opinions as experienced collectors. And we usually try, most of us try to be subjective. Now, there are some that aren't, but we try to be subjective and tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the great on all the different watches. So, like I said, YouTube is a good platform to go research and see what a watch looks like. But anyways, guys, this has been Chris with the top 5 watches to collect. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe. What would you recommend to a new guy coming into the hobby or gal? Which we are getting more girls in the hobby, which I feel like is really good. Sorry again, this review has gone a little bit longer than normal, but I felt like this was something that had to be done. Hadn't done this yet. But like I said, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment down there, and let me know what would you add to the list. Do you agree with my list? Do you think you would take something out of the list? But anyways, guys, I will catch you next time, and peace.